India City Expats Club is a non-profit social organisation and our speakers are volunteers. The club as such assumes no responsibility or liability for the professional reputation of or the quality of services provided by the speaker today.
G'day and Swati Kab and good health, because we're here with Shalini, author of Natural Pain Relief, and it was a great relief and joy to have her give a talk. And firstly, it must be great to give a talk and you find people respond immediately because they're copying what you're doing.
Yeah, that's the good thing about this technique is you can use it and apply it right away. And that's what happens at all the talks, is people get a taste of it and get to apply it right away.
So I was really interested because I've heard about EFT. Tell us a little bit in 1,000 words or less what EFT is and what it aims at.
So EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques, and it's basically a mind-body tool. It's a stress relief tool, it's a pain relief tool, and it's based on the philosophy of ancient acupuncture as well as modern psychology. So if you did acupuncture, you'd put needles in different parts of your body and stimulate a current. In EFT, we don't use needles, we use fingertips to stimulate key points on the energy meridians, but at the same time, simultaneously, you're thinking about what's stressing you, whether it's a physical pain or an emotional pain. So it's kind of like an emotional acupuncture.
Yeah, so it's basically trying to heal mind, body and spirit at the same time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Get them all working together.
Yeah, because you are mind, body, spirit. You're not just body. And what happens in your body affects your mind and your heart, and what happens in your mind affects your body. So it's all interrelated. And
one of the things that interests me, because it's something I've done a lot of work on, is they also use this for like healing stresses that might go back to your childhood, for instance.
Yes, absolutely. So you can use it for pain relief, stress relief, and healing childhood traumas, childhood pain. So it's used for healing past issues that are there that keep triggering you in your present life. So it can be. It's a very versatile tool. It's a very flexible tool, and you can use it for physical illnesses, diseases, as well as emotional pain that goes all the way back to childhood days.
Well, before I forget, just tell us how people can follow you and learn more about EFT. Firstly, of course, they can buy your book, and she sold out every book she bought, so I think she was surprised she sold that many. I did warn her. So firstly, where can they buy your book on Instant Pain Relief?
Yeah, so you just go to it's the name of the book, instantpainreliefbook.com. So you can buy a Kindle version or a paperback version. But to learn a little bit more about EFT and this tool, you can go to my YouTube, which is the most effective thing to do, because I have 240 some videos that show you how to use EFT to heal your anger, to get past frustrations, or get pain relief. All you do is just simply tap along, do what I do, and you will feel relief.
So there's something, and life is pain, they have sayings like that. So don't put up with pain, act. And this could be one of the ways you can help yourself. And this is one of the things you emphasize, it's free, it's immediate.
Yeah, it's a people's tool. So you never have to rely on something outside of you. You have something at your fingertips. It's free. You can use it anytime, anywhere, and experience relief instantly.
So, by the way, I was born with a wedge-shaped L2 vertebra, so my back is like permanent scoliosis and things like that. But I think I have a problem with my very lower back at the moment. So where should I thought we'd use this as an example. Where should I classically tap? Up here or?
So the thing is, in EFT, whether you have lower back pain, knee pain, migraine, or something else, or an illness, you use the same 9 points and tap those points as you tune into what's bothering you. So it's the same 9 points, and that's why it's so simple. I taught it to my kids when they were 6 and 7. 9 points. How hard is it to learn 9 points?
And
so you use
classically, how many times do you tap there?
Usually you would tap. So what is the intention of the tapping? You're trying to stimulate the energy meridian, and an acupuncturist uses a needle to stimulate it. You're just using your fingers. So you would tap at least 5 times, not just like 1, 2. That's not enough to stimulate the meridian. So you want to do it like 5 to 7 times, and at each point. About 5 to 7 times is like a standard. You could do it more, but at least 5 to 7 times.
So, of course, watch the video of her talk. It's fantastic, and she goes through all this much more. It's very thorough and very clear and articulate. And follow her on YouTube. Yeah. And buy the book. It's like
650 baht.
650 baht, which is like a pittance, right, compared to the sort of things that you can spend on pain relief. And let's face it, no side effects, unlike,
Exactly. There's no side effects. It's free and it's natural, and I just think it's a priceless tool to navigate the ups and downs, the emotional and the physical ups and downs that are part of life.
And one of the things you used it to do was to cure your arthritis.
Yes, I did. I used it. So I used it, 15 years ago, and then 12 years down the lane, I developed arthritis, and nothing, I didn't go the hospital route because they thought I had, I was overusing the left side of my body, which is why I had the arthritic pain. And so again, I used the same technique, EFT, and really it's about being honest with yourself and going beyond the physical pain, because the pain, as I say, is just a message from your body that something needs looking into, and it's not just physical, it's mental. What's going on in your life mentally, emotionally, in your family, in your relationships, in your financial life. And if you really honestly look at yourself and say, where is the pain? In which area of my life am I feeling pain? You'll know what that area is. And as I shared in the video, there was a lot of pain in my life in 2017 when my dad had a stroke, my daughter went through a really emotional traumatic time, my friends' relationships broke up, and they all came to me, and I was sort of overloaded with a lot of stress and a lot of just feeling overwhelmed. And eventually my body spoke up, and I had arthritic pain. And I used the same technique to release the intense emotional pain that I was in, the mental pain, the emotional pain. And as I released that, I was free of the arthritic pain as well.
So there you go. And we had somebody who bought a copy of her book a few weeks ago, and he'd applied it, and he was having terrible trouble. He couldn't even sit on a motorbike, and now he's pain-free. So there's I'm passing on a very powerful recommendation. 650 baht, not very much money at all. Why wouldn't you try it? instantpainreliefbook.com. Thank you, Shalini, for a wonderful talk that people really got a lot out of. Really suggest you watch the whole talk. But for now, it's ciao from me and from Shalini. How do you say goodbye in Indian?
Dhanyavad.
There you go. And we'll see you next week. But for now, it's goodbye and Swadikab from Ren and Pattaya City Expats Club.